Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, I have been one busy beaver since the last video. I have done a lot of modifications. Okay, let's start with the most obvious. Our original stone camp is now gone. It's no longer there. As you see, I've moved the ramp for the land shark, and we now have these lovely walkways that are going around. I will continue with the game in a minute, the actual walkthrough around the area. I just wanted to show you with the cursor before I do anything. But talking of which, before doing anything, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us that nice comment below. Alright guys, so other than that, we now have the nice canopy over our command center, and I've now got an airlock in and out of it, and I've done a lot of things working on this. As you see, our rotary mine has gone quite far. It's almost at the end of the second extension, so we'll have to set off the third. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are still needing to be done, and a few other things that I want to show you a bit more up close and personal. But to begin with, one of the things I am going to say is we need to increase our power output. We are nowhere near where it's actually laughably far away in this current setup for the amount of stuff that we are trying to run. It's like difference between 10 megawatts and 100 megawatts or something like that. It's incredible. So we really need to up our game if we're going to have passive energy creation rather than material based. Okay, so as I was saying, going back in and closer. Oops. Sorry, wrong key. Right, as you can see, the helicopter, the helo, is now connected up here, and we've got these gantries which I've created either side to be able to get access to them. But not just one, I've created more for additional support units, because which I've then taken down and connected in to where the hydrogen tanks are. So that is now nicely hooked in. I've started on a pathway across to here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it just yet. Oh, and I also used the 1x1 wheels to create what looked like a tube to hide the food processor in the corner there. Okay, inside the base, down here, right, still need to work on all the timing intervals and all this sort of thing, and actually adding timer blocks to do all of this. But at the moment we can just cycle through, open the internal door now, and then we come to our base. These turrets are active. They've actually got let's turn off the all the markers. These have actually got ammo inside of them. I'm still working on getting all of the weapons and deciding what of these I want to keep, which ones I want to get rid of, and maybe redesigning the layout of this room. I haven't exactly done anything with that yet. Mayor's room is still the same, still looks the same. You've got that lovely view outside of the terrain. Alright, going the other way, we've got our little library room in here now rather than the terrarium. I thought that would look better. I mean, considering we've got like a sofa and all that around here, and you get the point. I put in the programmable block here for Izzy's script. I actually think that looks great where it is in the corner there with all this like techno gizmo stuff. And I've also added in a control room here. Now the reason why I had to add in a industrial cockpit was because I found, to my horror, that this seat here, yeah, you go G to the toolbar config, for some reason you can't add stuff. I'm not sure whether it's something I've done, but I've tried it a few times. Doesn't work. Things like this, yeah, we could do stuff with these buttons, you know, to make things happen. You know, yeah, why not? But yeah, we're going to have to do, if we want to do, say, like, I don't know, something to do with that mine. We're going to have to do it from inside the cockpit where we've got access to everything. So, that, I believe, concludes the tour. He says. But yeah, what we got? Low winds. Okay, so shouldn't have had those beans. Sorry, I know. Dad joke. I am a dad, so I can get away with it. Alright. So, the other thing, the reason why I created these 2 extra bays, at least to begin with, because I really want to create maybe a few more based on... I'm going to have to go this way for this. Excuse the loud noise. Let's see, we'll be getting 2 more on that side. And... yeah, 2 more on this side. You know, 1 there, 1 there. In terms of airborne vehicle docking ports, and we'll have to sort out where we disembark from them and how we disembark and all that sort of lovely stuff as and when we get to it. But you know, the reason why I need to do this now is hydrogen. I am running out of the stuff, and it's laughable how fast I'm running out of it. So even though my sifter is getting ice, and the ice is then going... Actually, do I have an O2 converter now? Because I have moved a lot of things around. I've failed to check on certain bits and pieces. O2... I've got 1 in Landshark. I think these 2 are something to do with vehicles, because that one there is... yeah, that's this one in the Hilo. Not sure where the heck that one is. That could be the truck, for all I'm aware. So yeah, we do actually... okay, so I have messed up. I've messed up. We need an O2 H2 converter. Where am I going to shove one of them? And make it look good. Nah, that ain't gonna work.
Inventory full.
They're saying that I could shove it in there. Okay, let's have a look at an O2 H2 converter. Where are you? Ollie oxen free. There we go. Right, okay, so yeah. Alright. Where else could I put it? I think I've got some... yes. Perfect. Because shove it in here. Yeah. Knock those out. Actually, do I need anything else in there? Nope. We'll go tank side down. Yeah? I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Oh, and if you hadn't noticed, we got all the batteries down the side there. Okay, so Landshark also needs to be connected up to all of this stuff. We still need to move all of these algae farms onto a custom turret, but we need some vehicles. And what I'm thinking, can I do? Which way is it? Is it Control 10 to get up the bookmarks? Yeah, bookmarks. Here we go. I think somewhere in here I still have a couple of welder and grinder ships that I made. Yeah. I think that's for the Morning Star. ARS DS refueling platform. Alright, I know what that's about now. That one I haven't got a clue. There's the Jehovah class. There's the Felix. Where's his friend? Hellstorm, Firestorm. There's the runner. Okay. It looks like I'm just going to have to do a modification of the same grid. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use up here as a point to create another vehicle. I think for that I'm going to utilize this.
Inventory
Oops.
full.
Wrong one.
Inventory full.
We want to add a small grid head onto that, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I believe I'm right in that. Okay. Let's get rid of all of that. We're going to need the projector. Okay. So that is front. Okay, good, good. Right, now what I'm going to do is pray to God that this works. First things first. Let's put in, for safety's sake, a helm. Wasn't I created any displays? Well, yeah, sometimes it does that. It forgets where it's put me. Other times it gets it right all the time. Okay, so. What is going on? They should. Alright. Okay. What's going on? Yeah, what is going on? Might need a new oars specifically for the primary 3. Well, 4 if you include gravel. That's 277. Well, gravel on its own right needs to probably be moved elsewhere. We might need some more sifters. That might also help. But why? Where's my displays then? Displays. Can't see them. There. Bingo. Again, like I say, hold on, not connected to any ship. Right. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so moving on. Right, projector. No, even better. Use your head. Toggle those off. Then we can go projector. Blueprints. We'll bring in the Felix. Might work if I just move it forward one. Now let's move it forward a bit more. Nah, not a chance because I've forgotten about the foot. The foot can't be in there. Oh, that's alright. We'll have it, what, 10 back? That should do nicely. There we go, that's all lit up. So now, if I go that should go absolutely ballistic. There we go. Right. Drop those, let it pick them up. So whilst that's doing, yeah, we can start on a few more of these. So let's see if we can get the spacing right. So between there is one. So we've got one space there. We've got a staircase there. And then each set is like 2 apart. So that goes there. So if we come out of this for a second, we're looking about what we're doing here. We are literally right above. So this is where the Felix will come in. I mean, and especially its alternate version, I'm going to call it the Ralph. You can tell where I got that from. To be able to craft up here, but what I'm going to do this is instead of having like the welders on the front, I'm going to have like one of each for now until I can build another one. I also need to put weapons right down the side of this thing as well somewhere. Because these guys are showing up more. Maybe a gun or 2 up here. But yeah. So what we can do is, in the meantime, now that's all going. So we need catwalk, we need ramp, we need railing straight. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay. Now, as you saw, it is. Actually, let's get rid of that one there, and because we also need the connector in there. So rotate that the other way around. Let's get a nice colour in there, and then in here we want not that one. Get the right one there. Alright, so that's got that bit sorted out. Now in terms of up here, it's simply utilising, if I can find it, yeah, the greater catwalk half left and the half right, just as a means so that when we're moving up here, we can move down here, piece of cake. Now, what I can do here is I can help myself out a little bit in terms of, again, while I'm waiting. Alright, 4 of those like that. I can't get the little bit of railing in there because, well, I'd have to fly for that one, so I'm not going to do that. And waste even more jetpack fuel. Alright, there we go. So that's in place there. So obviously it's going to try and build that while while doing everything else. Alright, let's see if we've got this one in the right place. Yeah, it's going to go straight up. Yeah. So, again, we'll put that in there. We'll start the process all over again. And where is it? There we go. That one there. That one there. Yeah, actually I can come down here and do this. Two, three, four. Okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think we can get one on each, on the, yeah. Yeah, so we can get another one in here, so, like one there. And one in there. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, my bad. So that goes in there. That goes in there. That one in there. And that one in there. So then just leaves us the ability now to add in these last few. Oh, bother. Did not mean to do that. Four. Right. So a lot of this now is in place, and I don't know why all of a sudden it's not allowing me to run anywhere. Yeah. So we just have a look at what we've done. Probably be best if I use yes, so far so good. We just need to connect to the rest of the base and we should be absolutely hunky-dory fine. Got to get rid of that bit there. Again, piece of cake. This side here is also looking just as good. I suppose I could be pushed to maybe getting another one in here. But at the moment, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with 8, let alone 9 of them. So yeah, we're just waiting on the Felix and everything else to sort itself out. I do, however, have concern for where is it covered with what? Okay, it looks like everything is covered. Okay, and that's just from those, the 3 that we've got. Okay. Whew, that's a load off my mind, because I really thought that I'd pooched the hooch and not given enough attention to detail on the build and repair systems and where they go. Ooh, saying that, talking about giving attention to things, I need to put attention to food. 17%. There's no insects around here at the moment, thank God. So I don't have to worry about that. I am just worried about the fact that this is taking so bloody long to build. Even though I've got, what, 3 systems working on it? I am hoping it will fly in this atmosphere. Because I really, really need a way to be able to build without having to use a jetpack. Oh, this is going to choose now to take forever, innit? Can't delete any of this stuff now until the build's done, so I can turn off the projector. Okay. I think I made this thing with heavy armor, if I'm looking at this right. Didn't exactly build it to be pretty either. I just made it to be functional. I think heavy as well, because of the fact that it really needed to be able to resist the impacts, and unfortunately made out of small blocks. Again, going to take a while. So, tell you what, guys, I'll come back to this once it is fully built. If it gets fully built. Alright, after running around this base a few times and reloading a few times, trying to figure out what was going on, I eventually figured out why the remainder of the Felix wasn't building. Now the reason why, because of that. because that was not complete, nothing could get to those build and repair systems. So they need to move all three of them. Now, before I do that though, there is one final task I do want to do while I'm waiting for all this to finish off. And that is to go into the vehicle bay. They'll be through here. And I need to sort out all of the connectors, because we've got like a bajillion connectors and some of them we don't actually use. So like that one there, for example, doesn't get used. So it's like, why do we have it? So I want to just start tidying up the base a little. Not sure what's in there, but oh, there we go. There's a load of stone. And then also, while we're at it, reconnect things up, because I was checking battery levels as well. God, that made me jump. Alright, we'll come back to that one in a minute. Ah, well, we sort of knew that was going to happen. Okay, so more stone as well, so that's gone. That's more stone as well, so we're just going to be patient, wait for that to be taken up. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that's all that dealt with. One final alright, yeah, because everything's locked down. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Hey? Why? Probably a dumb question I was about to ask. Why isn't it working? And I bet no, the answer is simply the power's off. There we go. Every time that rises up, I'm sort of reminded of that one of the cars from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, where it's the boot of it, I guess you could call it, opens and it's playing like music, you know, as it's going. Can't remember what it was now that it was playing. Although I don't think it really matters. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Close that door. Close that door. Right, hopefully, he says, by the time we get back upstairs, the Felix will be done. Let's see if I can actually climb the stairs. Oh, that's looking complete to me. Mm-hmm.
Inventory full.
Right, I think that's sorting out all this other stuff. So let's drop this additional crud at the moment. Okay. Oh my god. Tons of little batteries on this one. Okay, so that's 30% charged. Oh, awesome. This thing can take off. Nice. we are going to have to do some work on it. You know, things like cameras and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, this could be a challenge. Connector switch lock, where's that? There it is. Okay, turn those off. Whoa! Whoa, 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 hello. It's following me. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we are going to have to do some work on the Felix to get it to fit in with our new scheme. But yeah, she just needs to... Oh, sorry, he needs to charge up. Looks like all of our other bays are now built. Except for the ends of the bays. And we have got an insect infestation we really need to deal with. Alright. As you can hear, the refineries are chugging away like crazy. See if we can take care of some of this infestation. I need to reconnect the land shark. Where'd it go? There it is. Waiting by the entrance. Okay. So, yeah, now that that thing's been taken care of, I'll show you what I was doing, just to be able to keep an eye on things, because I do need to get the batteries of this base charged up. So it's going to be probably going to be a long haul challenge, because we've got so many of them. But if I go back in here, into here, as you see, I've got the batteries for the actual base itself in that industrial cockpits toolbar, so I can keep an eye on, like, you know, the battery for like the tower crane, the battery for the refinery, and we've now got in the first slot all the batteries that line the walls of the corridor section. So I believe we're starting to win. So once we've got the Felix charged up and modified, we can then utilize its capabilities to add bits and pieces in. And that's going to be probably the next challenge, is figuring out how to use a vehicle's welder to be able to put in components like we would in our personal toolbar, and also to, like, extend our power generating capabilities. So that was being a bit of an ordeal trying to get that this far. So I think it's going to be safe to assume. So if we go SC1 batteries, for example, I mean, that's at 103 megawatts. So that's going to take forever to charge up. I mean, it says 4 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. I think I saw in one of them. 2 days? Right, okay. So we might have to start thinking about doing this now with the limited capabilities that we've got. I'm hoping, he says, that 30% charge-ish will actually be more than sufficient for what we need to do. Okay. Well, almost missed. Okay. Oops. Right, now do you remember I said I need to change one of the arms across to a grinder? Because of the sheer fact that at this moment in time I don't want to have both Felix and Ralph on the go. Oh, good. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get an idea of what I need. So I need that, and I need that. I need interior plate, and for the wind turbine, oh, I need interior plate. Okay, so what we could do, grind down these top wind turbines and use them right. For now, let's dock on the roof. Just to be able to figure out what tools we're using where. Okay, we'll put that one in there for the moment. Oh, no, sorry, wrong one. We want toolbar blocks for that one. Okay, because yeah, we will need the grinder first. Okay. Got some ideas based on things that we've been doing. Now what can I'm going to take. Oh, I know. Why not? It works. It gets us 25 steel and the opportunity nope, not in there, okay. Do something as dumb as this. So we call that Felix TMC welder. Oops. Okay. Felix TMC grinder. Felix TMC connector. If you hadn't already guessed that one. Okay. Right, so if we go connector, we've got the grinder on the left, the welder on the right. Whoops. Okay, so that should make it easier for us to find our target. Okay. There we go. Oh, I got the bit below it as well. Ah, maybe I got that the wrong way around. Okay. Down to 21% on the battery. Not liking how this is going. I hate it when it does this as well. You're partway through doing something, all of a sudden, yeah, I'm just gonna come to a halt. And you're like, okay, yep, I've got limited power. Okay. One more. This is going to be complicated, isn't it? Because not only do we need to do things, we also need then also to wait for things to charge, and it's like, okay, you know, give me a break. I don't have any other power on this, do I? No. Okay, so I think is it something like Control G? Yeah, Control G to activate this mode. Right, I'm going to be a little bit more specific about what I'm going to put into my inventory here, because actually I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to make sure that's large grid as well, because those are the two items I want to make. So we can see it in front of us. So if I go Control G again, I'm out of that, yeah, and Okay. So how long would it take to charge these small batteries? So there's all of those, minus that one. By the looks of it, forever. 13 hours. Oh, groovy. Okay, let's go back in there again, because there is one other component I do need to add in, and that is the light armored block. Because if you look at what we've got at the moment, and you count them, yeah, you've got 9 these cylinders, and then the 10th one is our square block, and then out of that comes the additional wind turbines. Actually, this is good. This is good. We got a sandstorm coming in, so batteries should be charging a hell of a lot faster. Yeah, mind you, so are the ones for the SE1. Do you know what? I'm going to say dash it all to the wind. I'm going to put the SE1s to auto. That is maxed out, and it is charging these batteries as fast as it can go. So 15 minutes, they should be fully charged. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. We'll come back in 15 minutes, and then we can continue from where we left off. With the sandstorm now cleared up and batteries finally charged, we can actually now move on our way. But as you can see, I have modified the layout of the engines, so hopefully that means that we can get more in line with where we need to be when we dock next time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything on. I am going to undock, and for now let's just temporarily moor here, because 2 things need to be done. First of all, into here I need to put some of the resources that we will require. Well, some of them we don't actually, I'll be honest with you. And then on top of that, by literally getting on top of this, let's go Atmos. No, it's not going to do that. We'll put in thruster instead. We're going to need to grab our new thruster groups and save them so that we can turn them all off and on. All saying that though, it does look like I've made a mistake here. Is that all of them on? Yes, that's all of them on. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do... Do I really need this underslung section? I think I could probably take that out. That will give us a little bit more room and flexibility. Let's try getting that from the other side. Can't just can't seem to get those last two. But for now, I don't think that really matters. Okay, so let's put away our grinder. And we can now get to work. Right. So. Go Control G, go 1. We should. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then a block there. Right, and that should, once made, give us a bit more power. I do think I need to be a bit more cautious about maybe adding in a few more reversing thrusters. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Wow, look at that wind turbine go. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I just gotta dig all that in the right place. Alright. So far, that's 3 sets. Let's check our battery, 81%. Whoop. Right, so that's 2, 3, sorry, that's 2, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't run out of interior, have I? That's odd. Now, why are you giving me jib now? Whoops. I have a sneaky suspicion it believes that I should have it in my personal inventory, not the other way around. Alright, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's weird, it's now playing up. Okay, that I don't understand. Why is it now denying me access? Okay. Now what? Right, so where did that come out of? So I've got to have it in my ship hold as well as my personal inventory. That is bizarre. Oh! Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, it does seem to be that we can continue on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and finish this off. Okay. Definitely gonna have to revamp this completely. Oh right, well we just lost the welder, so we could just add that on. If I had some steel plate. And then we can have the build and repair systems help us out from the ground. Add in the new welder. Throw in a camera from the top. Just to make it match. Let's add in the new grinder. There we go. Right. Okay, so almost done here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Let's get out of the area and see our finished work. Okay, whilst we're here in the air, we will also add in the welder, the grinder in there. And we are also going to have to figure out these cameras. So what's that, K? Right. So what was that? Felix, top mounted camera, and that was the welder. Okay. And we know that the grinder is the one on the left, the welder is the one on the right. In fact, actually, if anything, I think the tool block groups need to go the other way around. So yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. Right, now last but not least, Let's dock the Felix before we run out of juice. Because I don't know whether you guys can see this, but I'm down to 31%. Carefully, slowly. There we go. Right, so we've now got a new ship. We've now got a way of doing things, which are high up. Yeah, I just need to finish off some of this other stuff. We've now got a whole new set of wind turbines. So, I don't know. Let's try the SC1 batteries. So there we go. Fully recharged in 12 minutes, rather than one there in 3 hours. But most of these batteries, as you can see, are now going to be charged up really quickly. Because we now got some turbines that are high up, they're going to be high performance. I mean, I can't wait for a windstorm actually of some kind. To be honest, to be able to utilise them to their fullest extent. So yeah, go and park myself in here. I can keep an eye on things. While I figure out what our next move is, I think weapons. We need to be able to take care of these spiders when they're close to the base. This is starting to get to the point of being out of hand, and we need a way of dealing with them, and dealing with them fast. So, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you next time on Casualist Gaming, where we will continue to finalise this base and get ourselves to that point where we can go exploring and find some lovely goodies. Alright, love you all, catch you next time, bye for now.